Good morning and welcome to the tea. We are here in the studio just ready to just pour. I'm just ready to bust because there's so much we got to cover this morning. But with that being said, I got my lovely co-host. I got Miss Yaya.
Good morning.
And to the right, I got the laughing Dorothy LaRue. Miss LaRue, how you doing this morning, Miss LaRue?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, so I wanted to start it off with the Wiz. I wasn't very impressed. I am older, so I know a lot of people really they had a lot of great reviews, but I compared it to the Wiz from Michael Jackson, Diana Ross.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get that wow factor. I wasn't stunned for an hour. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts?
I have to agree. I think I'm more of a traditional type of woman, and I didn't like the new stuff that they added in, like the new, dialogue and just the technology. I just didn't like that.
And they left out the dog.
Toto.
Yes,
Where's
'cause
Toto?
Toto played a really, he was
A well-trained dog.
Yes.
And I wasn't. Dorothy did not sell me. I'm sorry. I wasn't sold with Dorothy.
Excuse me, Dorothy needed on a longer skirt.
I agree.
Okay.
And I'm so used to Dorothy having on a dress and some shoes, not Converse and a pleated skirt.
Okay, and I didn't like the way they hoist her in the air.
No, I didn't
And
like
then you can see her underwear. I mean, come on. I mean, what is that?
Yes. I mean, I think that, the acting was really good.
Yeah.
They did a really good job with the acting.
But David Allen Greer surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah, he was good.
David Allen, I didn't know he could sing. I was really, really impressed.
He was
I'm
good.
really
Yeah,
impressed
he
with
was
David.
good.
Neo did good too. I like Neo,
Yes.
but the
Queen
Wiz.
Latifah set it off. The Wiz.
Scarecrow.
I'm the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
She
Queen
did it.
Latifah did a really good job.
Excellent job.
She
I'm
did.
really, really. I was impressed with her work. Stephanie Mills was a little chumpy, but she got it together.
Yeah.
But even her performance towards was amazing. I just don't feel that we had the right Dorothy. I think that we should have went with
Somebody a little bit more
Brandy.
seasoned.
I think we should have went with a Brandy or Kiki Wyatt.
Kiki Palmer.
Excuse me, I'm Wyatt Palmer. Sorry, excuse me, Palmer. Sorry, Kiki. Kiki. Just somebody seasoned and really able to bring me. Felt like I would need to get this girl home.
Yes.
I didn't get that with her.
No.
She was too animated for me.
Yes.
When I think of home, I was just too much for me. She was too much.
Yes.
And like Diana Ross was zoomed right into that role.
Right.
I looked at Diana Ross like, help her get home. What can I do? I really thought she was
Call
lost.
Diana.
Yeah.
Please
Dirty
call.
Diana.
And what about, the Wizard of Oz with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross when they had the different colors?
Yeah,
That
green,
was beautiful.
red.
Yes.
I like
They left out
Blue.
a lot. I mean, I guess, for the newer audience, the younger children, I guess it was great because my 10-year-old loved it, but I fell asleep.
Okay, good evening. Okay, so we have to rate that. What would we rate?
I would give it a 5.
I'd give it a 4.
I'm with you, Miss LaRue. I'm giving it a 4 because I wasn't sold.
No.
Sold. So 4 for the Wiz. Moving along to Soul Train.
Woo!
Soul Train.
God.
The Soul Train award. Soul Train. Yeah! Oh my God, what were we saying? Yeah, can't let you start it off because my nerves is too bad to start.
Okay, the Soul Train Music Awards
2015.
2015 did one thing, and they popped. Erykah Badu, baby,
You did that.
she
Talented,
did that.
yes.
She is so talented. I've always been a fan of Erykah's music, but she's just so talented. But she brought it, like she was so dope. I was all giddy, like, oh my God, Erykah is dope.
Yeah.
She was decent.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the performances
Me too.
from. I love Babyface. Okay.
Yes.
With the pill, baby.
You got that with the yes, honey.
I love Babyface. Even Bobby Brown, even though he didn't sound the hottest, the greatest, it was just good seeing
I'm gonna stop
him.
you right here.
Listen,
I'm gonna stop you.
listen. The reason why I was happy to see Bobby, just because he just buried his daughter a couple of months ago, just seeing him out and just doing something that you could tell that he, at one point in his life, he absolutely loved performing. Even though he wasn't the greatest, it was just good seeing Bobby.
I guess I'm about to turn my back and do this. Bobby Brown, I'm gonna need you to stop smoking. We're gonna start there. I'm gonna need you to get on a fit vest.
You know
Cause
what?
that belly right there.
Leave Bobby alone. Leave him alone.
That's right.
Don't be cruel, but honey,
That's
he.
the I'm sober body. Cause he's just eating.
Okay, we need to get a trainer or somebody, a nutritionist to get Bobby Brown as soon
Leave
as
Bobby
possible.
alone. He making his barbecue sauces and his spices for his grill, his grill mixtures and stuff like that. Leave him all the way alone. Okay?
Moving forward.
And what's his name? Sung at the end. Oh my God.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Oh
You
my
can't do
God,
that.
he was awesome.
Backyard party.
I loved it. He was like a breath of fresh air.
He was. He sounded really amazing, but he looked good.
Yes,
he
he
lost
does.
a lot of weight. He looked like the old R. Kelly.
Right.
Honey.
Yes, but
It
he
made you seem like that you were at a backyard barbecue or something.
I was looking for my ribs and potato salad.
They were eating those. They were eating on stage.
Okay.
Watermelon and stuff.
Y'all are crazy. That is hilarious.
and red cups.
And you know who else was hilarious? They had the old Chinese dancer that used to kill the floor on Soul Train. Honey looking like she was 98 years old, but she was all right.
She was.
She was up there. I was waiting for her to drop it. You know how she's to drop it all the way there. She ain't dropping that one time. She
couldn't
just did a quick two-step. That's it.
She's too old for to be dropping it all low. But yeah, it was a really good show.
It really was.
I love the cipher. The Soul Cipher with Chrisette Michelle, Miss Layla
that
Hathaway,
Mr. Levert.
and Mr. Levert. Oh,
Eddie.
we can't forget about OKC.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
They were
Yes.
really good. It was really
And let me tell you another group that I love. After 5.
after
Seven.
7.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay.
All right, Miss LaRue. All
They
right.
were really good.
They were good. And they sound good too.
Yes.
But
Ray
wait a minute.
and Jasmine.
Tell Campbell, I'm gonna need you to stop getting high.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because you're
And
aging.
eat a steak.
Yes.
That suit looked like be plucking. It was coming off of him.
He was probably smoking the night before. Right
Okay,
before the show.
his nerves was bad, but I need him to get it all the way together because, honey, he's a talented young man, very
But
talented.
I was impressed because I didn't know Babyface wrote a lot of the songs that were being performed.
Okay, can we talk about Brandy real quick?
Brandy did a good job.
She, to me, being as though she's doing a lot of Broadway, her performance level has stepped up
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Yes, it has.
100%.
Yeah, she did. Good.
That's why I thought that they would use her for that whiz because she's busy. She
She
didn't
would
have
have
had
eased on
time.
down that road, honey.
She would have sold it,
Yes.
and y'all would have been putting a movie together for it. Catch
Yes.
those T's.
Yes.
Catch them.
Yes.
So, if we had to rate the Soul Train the Soul Train Awards 2015, or what would we give them, Miss
I would
Yakia?
give it a 10. Absolutely.
10 plus.
Miss LaRue. Miss Lorena gonna give them a 10. So they get a 10 in my eyes. Great putting together, great production.
Yes.
And we will be applying for review seats and press credentials for next year. So
Yes.
Soul Train, look out for us. Next up on the list is Housewives of Atlanta. Miss LaRue, let you start it off because LaRue, because she got her back arched like a cat.
That's the way Cynthia was. I did not appreciate a lot of things that went on that boat. And Kenya stirred the pot more.
As always.
All the time.
Portia did not say anything that they weren't saying all day long. And Cynthia, I think she, just took it out on Portia because she's mad at her husband.
I agree. I agree that it's hard going through this. And from a woman who has went through a divorce, yes, you do get angry, but violence is not the answer.
No.
Right.
And she's lucky that she did Portia that way, and she didn't do another chick that way because I believe she would have got drowned out there in that water.
Yeah, she would have.
Yeah. It's definitely mismanaged anger. Like she should have addressed these issues with her husband. And you can't just go around lashing out at people.
Right.
You can't do that.
Prayer works. Prayer does work. So, what do y'all think about Kim Fields and her reaction to the show?
I don't see Kim moving beyond this season. I think this is a one season thing for her because she doesn't fit in.
No.
And I mean, it's okay not to fit in. Like she's definitely like she needs to show mommy, children, husband. Like she's a family oriented person. And I think for her, like her reaction to different things, like she's not used to different things. So her reaction, like she started crying when they were fighting.
She's not happy.
She was crying.
She was crying. Yes.
Aww.
So I think I just don't see this lasting.
I don't
see her signing on.
And
for
all
the second.
Kenya had to do was say, "Get off the boat, Kenya." Get off the boat, Kim Fields, and she would have died.
Yes.
Thank God they'll do her like
Yes.
that.
I don't see it. I don't see her. I just don't see it. There's nothing.
And you know what?
Okay.
I was very surprised that Candy took up for Portia. Did you see that?
She did, but that, I mean, Candy.
Stevie Wonder would have took up for her.
Yeah,
I mean, it's inevitable that that young lady was wrong.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Right.
She lucky that she got her because she did me like that. One hit to this stomach. Oh, we would have went under that water.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, forgive me later, Jesus, but
But
she
who is this he, she, or chick that
transgender.
Cynthia brought with her? Is that really what it is?
I'm assuming so from the looks of things and the sound of things. I think that it is a transgender.
Okay.
I don't know what the storyline is.
But it shall be revealed.
Yes. What's her name? Tammy.
Tammy.
We'll probably see Tammy in more episodes to
She
come.
looks like she has psychiatric issues, and I think that Peter's wife needs to get a psychological evaluation.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah, bona fide crazy. So if we had to rate this season so far, what would you ladies give it?
I would give it about a 9.
I give it a 9 also.
I'm gonna go with 9. Okay. Here it is. Boom, 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 boom.
Ooh, I'm Miss
Empire.
Miss LaRue, you need to kick this one off.
Okay, let's start from the season. I'm gonna take it from the season. I'm gonna tell.
Okay.
I think the season started out okay, and it went really slow. Then it picked up at the end. However, Lee Daniels, do not ever do that again. You take us on a roller coaster. We go high and then we go higher.
Yes.
I mean, you take us from the top and you keep us there, very slow dips, and keep going up. It should be like a heartbeat.
I agree.
A heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom,
Because
boom,
it was
boom.
to the point where at one point in the season I lost interest and I
A
was
lot
like,
of people did. You weren't the only one.
I don't know if I want to continue to watch it. Right, and that's bad for you. You losing viewers.
Right. And I don't want you to risk that because you have a great show.
Right.
With that being said, if I had to, how did y'all feel about the last episode?
The last episode was good. It was good.
I was really shocked when the
Alicia Keys.
Lisa Keys went to bed with
Jamal.
Now, what if she pop up pregnant next season?
This girl is on fire. I don't know. She had. It takes a strong woman to turn a man from like it, man.
Yeah.
Those hips is golden, honey.
Listen, it was good. And
I
what
like
about Naomi Campbell, honey?
Honey, she slayed them.
Yes,
Lucius.
Lucius, you got what you came
For
for.
it. Yeah, Lucius, but watch that mouth. But I think it's going to take Cookie to help him get out of this.
Oh yeah,
mess.
absolutely.
It's going to take
They're
Cookie.
gonna reunite.
And what about, I think it's Boo Boo Kitty who pushed that, the oldest boy's
Wife.
wife down those steps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it was jealousy, it was a jealousy thing.
I
Yeah.
think she needs to go to a psych
Oh,
ward.
yeah.
But they gonna get her. Is she? I'm not sure if she gonna have her baby. If it's even Hakeem's.
It might be Lucius, or maybe we'll see. Next,
Boom, 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 boom.
but yeah, the last episode was definitely. I would give it a 10.
I'll give it a 10.
Okay, but the whole season. Well, we had to rate the
whole
episode was a
season
10.
will get an 8.5 from me because of the slow beginning, and I just wasn't always sold.
Okay. What would you give it?
The whole season, I give it a 9.
I give it an 8.5. She's gracious.
Yes.
All right, so I was watching a little bit of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and I was just horrified. I couldn't even really get into the storylines and things of that nature. Well, did you see a little bit of
I
the
didn't
season?
see it. I seen a little bit of the season, and I don't. It's just messy. I don't like it. I feel like these are grown men and women acting like children, and they're being put on this platform,
Right.
being glorified for this foolishness that they're bringing every week. I just don't like it. I don't like the show. It's not tasteful at all. If this is what really goes on in the hip hop world, I would never want to be a part of it.
No, and I just think it's pure ignorance
Yes, absolutely.
at its highest.
Yes.
I'm ashamed to be African American.
Oh well, it's not just us because you have a little bit of
That's on
Asians and
Spanish.
Spanish. You have a
I'm ashamed of who I am looking at that due to the fact that we could do better.
yes.
You know
and
we
you
could
know
do
what
better.
Ray J really needs, and you know what really shocks me about him. He comes from his parents. He comes from a good background, good upbringing. He is crazy. He needs a psychiatric
Yes, he
evaluation.
does.
Like seriously. Like
Drugs.
he
I think it's drugs.
I think it's definitely drugs and alcohol. He's a mess. His mom need to grab him by the back of his neck and snatch his grown self down.
I'm just appalled, and
Yeah.
I think he could do better, and I think he could have got a better show.
Yes.
I don't like the way the whole setup is, so I am not even gonna give this a rating. It's just not, to me, something I will really watch every day.
Huh.
But they did have a little cute show. It's called the VH1 Big in 2015. It was and they partnered with Entertainment Weekly. T.I. was the host, and they gave honor to Taraji P. Henson, Nicki Minaj, Straight Outta Compton's stars,
Ice-T and his son,
No. Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. It's okay. She get a pass.
Okay, Ice Cube and his son. There was a few other honorees that was in the building. I forget the young lady's name. She has some big shows. I mean, big shows, and she's a big breakout star. I forget her name. It'll come. However, it was such a great show. The Queen Latifah honored Nicki Minaj, and it was just like a breath of fresh air because these ladies are amazing. When Queen Latifah presented her, she really changed. I think Nicki Minaj changed the face of rap. They gave it a whole new look. It gave it a whole new vibe, a sound, and kudos to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She did some things to me to cross over. However, she has not forgot where she came from.
Right.
Because Meek Mill's, the one she chose, took her to the Philly projects, North. So I liked it. I mean, I really, really liked it. And Amber Rose, she presented Amy Schubert for the ability to keep it real. And Amy Schubert is such a hoot. Like she is so funny, but I'm just so glad that nobody else was as drunk as Amy Schubert. She was falling all over the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but she's a bit
And
much.
look at Amber's breasts.
Oh gosh.
And Miss Piggy honored Freemy Elizabeth Banks. It was great. It was so cute. I liked it. It showed Elizabeth's work and stuff she's directing now. It really gave me like woman power-ish
Okay.
feel. It gave me a really positive spin on what women are doing, not just black women, all women, what they're doing in the industry. Elizabeth Banks, she gave Miss Piggy a kiss. It was cute. It was really, really cute. And then Izzy Asara, thank VH1, he won an award. They presented him, and he played on one of those shows on ABC. He's coming out with he has a new book that he was discussing. O'Shea Jackson, which is Ice Cube's son. Okay. He won the award, and he talked about his story, and he made a comment. He said, "We're up for Academy Awards, and we weren't being treated like a slave." They were telling real life story. Your thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
And
That's true.
Yeah, he was telling the truth there. He was being really truthful.
I agree. I think that you do have to play certain roles to get nominated.
Well, you know what? I agree to a certain extent, but I think what Ice Cube has done, he's taken it to a whole different level. He has his own production company. Everything is, he's doing his own thing. He's producing his own work, and I think that makes the difference.
Mm-hmm. And I appreciate it because it's not too many people, too many rappers that cross over to that magnitude to the point where they're able to have a business work for them.
Yes, and he's doing it, and I have to agree because every movie Ice Cube has been in has been a hit.
Phenomenal.
You see what I'm saying?
Phenomenal.
Like he doesn't do anything that's not a hit.
Like he's in that movie with Kevin Hart.
Ride Along
Oh,
2,
my
I cannot
God.
wait to see it. Just the trailer alone is hilarious, and Kevin Hart is a nut.
He is.
Much love to Kevin.
Yes.
Kevin, anytime I'm in a bad mood or anything, I always turn on Kevin Hart's anything, and I'm in tears laughing because he's such a fool.
Yes.
He's such a fool, and the gift of laughter, just the gift of comedy, just resonates in his soul because
Yes.
he is just
He was
hilarious.
born. He was born for this.
Yes, he was.
And I just couldn't imagine being his teacher.
Oh my God, no.
I know he got in a lot of trouble. So if I had to really rate this show, the Big in 2015 award show, I would give it a 10. Wait a minute, let me give it a 9 because I really wasn't impressed with the person who the performance.
No, that performer, absolutely. I'll give it a
So
9.
how was T.I. with the hosting? Did he do a good job?
Very good.
He did amazing.
Yeah, I love T.I.
He is amazing. He did good. He did his little side jokes, and one thing I did that stood out is how Nicki Minaj is really connected to Meek Mills because she said, "I want to thank you, my boo, or my baby." I said, "Okay, Nicki, why the eye roll? Why?"
Because I'm just not like, okay, this relationship. I don't know. Like, I'm not feeling it. It's not like when I look up to relationships, I want like a spiritual. Like I look at, President Obama, Michelle, different like people of that nature. I'm sorry, I just can't get into Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill's relationship.
And
I'm sorry.
when I was looking at it last night, he seemed a lot uncomfortable there. And when someone said something about, Ice Cube's son said something about Nicki Minaj, and he had a look on his face like he could have killed him.
Wow. No
Yeah,
jealousy.
I'm just not like like I said, it's just like I like a Steve and Marjorie Harvey. You know, like I like the
I
Clash,
was
the
like
boys.
that. I was the same way with Beyonce and Jay-Z. I thought that, oh my God, Beyonce could have done so much better. And I was like,
But you know what? Their relationship grew on me
it
because you see
did.
the business that like she
We
really
seen what
we
she
see
seen.
right
And
exactly.
I love their relationship
And I
now.
think with her, you know, because at first it was so private, and we had all these questions like why. Now you know it's more public now. They're more public with their relationship.
Exactly.
We understand why, but I just don't see that for them. I just see Meek Mills as this young guy,
Right.
young bull from Philly. You know,
I
who
guess because
just
we know
like
Philly boys.
yeah,
We know
like
them. So I know we know how they get.
I
We know
just
personally how they are. So,
yes,
okay.
I'm like, oh,
Run, Nikki, run.
I just see her just I don't know. Like I just don't see it going far.
I agree.
Okay, before you get into loving you is wrong.
Okay.
I don't want to be right. Let's talk about Kim and Kanye's what? Because you know that's
Okay,
trending.
well,
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Kimmy
Yes.
and Kanye.
With
Congrats.
the little boy. Now I think everybody is, you know, we're waiting the reveal of the name because you know
It was
it's
Saint. Saint
Yes.
West.
Saint West.
Saint West.
Yes, it is.
Okay, interesting. But I bet he's probably a cutie. 'Cause
He
their
probably did. She
daughter-
probably felt holy when she seen him. He's probably gorgeous. Their daughter's gorgeous.
She is. Oh my God,
Beautiful.
she is beautiful.
Yes, she is.
I agree. I just can't wait till they reveal little Saint. I want to see him.
But you know what? I like Saint because it could have been something.
Yeah.
It could have been Eastern Shore West or something
Yeah,
crazy
something
like that.
crazy, yeah.
But Easton would have been cute.
Yes, that would have been.
Easton.
I,
Worth and
I,
Easton. That would have been cute. Really cute. But I like Saint.
okay. Congratulations, Kanye and Kim. So, our final show, and I'm going to let Miss LaRue talk about it. But the show is "If Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right." Miss LaRue, start us off.
My God, my God. Loving you is wrong. It was awesome. The finale was when Randall put a Stuart, what is it, that thing?
Sign. It was a sign.
The
Saying
announcement.
that Randall and Alex had a baby boy. And so everybody didn't really notice it. And his the guy who wants to his wife to be his realtor said, "Oh, I didn't know you were pregnant." He said, "You don't even look like you were pregnant." She said, "I'm not." He said, "Well, what's up with that sign out front?" So she said, "What sign?" She went outside. She saw the sign. Oh my God. That girl was really, really hurt. I felt so bad for her. And her mother-in-law says, "I have $14,000. You don't have to take this. I want you to leave." And she's going to do that. And Randall went to the hospital to see the baby, and she didn't want him to see the baby. And he seen, she was holding him, and he seen, what he looked like and everything. And he said, "I knew it, I knew it, I knew it." And then her husband came in, and they got to arguing and got to fighting. And Alice took a gal to be with the baby and ran out of the room. And he came back home and he said to his wife, "Yeah, I beat the hell out of Alex's husband." And she said, "Looked like he beat the hell out of you." And then Kelly went to see her at the hospital. Matter of fact, all three of her friends went to see her. And she told Kelly to get out because she didn't tell her that her husband husband and the other girl was having sex in the back shed. So that ended that relationship. Then, okay, the finale.
Okay, so all right, I really enjoyed the whole season. I really think
Oh my
that,
God, yeah.
as I always say, Tyler Perry is a genius.
Yes, he is.
I think Tyler Perry is amazing at what he does. Never disappoints. My favorite shows from Tyler are Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right,
Yeah.
and The Have and The Have Nots. I can't wait to January to
Oh
to
my
start
God.
that.
Yeah.
We turned Ikea on to If Loving You Was Wrong. So your
Oh my goodness. So
replay.
I watched the season finale and I am so excited. I'm like, I've been missing this all
Yeah,
season. It was really good.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from the beginning to the end. Like
Yeah.
I sat there and I'm like in mouth open. Like, okay, I want
You couldn't
more. I
believe it, yeah,
couldn't believe it.
uh-huh.
I really enjoyed the series. Well, the show, the episode that I watched, and I can't wait to continue. Until the next season returns, so I can start being a regular fan.
Yeah, that and the what's his name? The cop. He's just as crazy as he could be.
Eddie.
Eddie. And what's the black cop? He went to his girlfriend's house and stun gunned her, and he found out about it. He took Eddie in their room, locked the door, and he grabbed him and shoved him onto the lockers. And Eddie got smart, man. And he said, "Why did you stun gun my girlfriend?" And he said, "I'll do the B again like that." And that's when the black guy pulled out that gun. He fired him up.
As he should have.
Yeah.
Fired him up.
Yep.
And I don't think it's fair that they sent that young cop around, on the bicycle, him and the white guy.
To patrol in their
Yeah,
horrible
and got that
neighborhood.
poor boy shot up.
But you know what? I don't think he's dead.
I don't think so either. It's just the idea that was wrong.
That was rotten. But you know what? I think he's going to survive. I think he's going to, and he'll be able to tell exactly what happened. He's going to expose that whole police force.
Yeah, and the head captain, he set that up.
Oh yeah, he's going to be exposed.
He needs to be.
As he should.
Yeah.
As he should. So I can't wait. So Miss LaRue, if you had to rate If Loving You Was Wrong, what's your rating?
10 plus.
Miss Yakia,
I would give it a 10.
I would give it a 10 as well. So if Loving You Was Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right. So with all this being said, we will still be serving you the tea, the honey, and and we just want to make sure that we're giving y'all what y'all need to get through. And we're going to just start having you to call in and give your thoughts on different shows and your ratings. So we're going to really start getting interactive with you guys and just loving y'all for listening to us. We just want to thank you and come back next week, Tuesday, 10 a.m. See you then.